All right, we're live. Welcome, everybody. How are you guys doing? Welcome. It's Alex and David loves Vegas. Isn't that correct, sir?
That is correct. We do love Vegas.
We do.
We do. By the way, there's a Vegas book out there. It just got released. It's $500. It's got it's got gold rim thing, leather bound, that kind of thing. I was thinking about buying it for us just to
What kind of
prove. Let's just say the whole book is rimmed in gold, dude. The whole
Interesting.
book. It strangely, it comes from Italy. You'd think they would find a way to produce it here, but I'm not sure that's a thing. But we're just kind of hanging out, waiting for, I guess, people. Can they hear us? Is the sound okay?
Can you guys hear us, chat? Let us know if you guys can hear us or not.
Yeah.
And welcome, everybody. Hopefully, you guys.
We could put that big fat book right here, $4.95, dude. What do you think? Business expense?
I don't know. Well, normally,
it's a
I'd be down.
limited edition, dude.
I'm down for putting anything for a business expense, but
limited
not sure.
edition Vegas gold leaf book. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is that enough people? Do we get started or what?
Yeah, we can get started. Yeah.
So this is, by the way, this is going to be about more about Alex today. I'm gonna fill up. Oh well, we got a few things. First of all, we're gonna start with we do have a Black Friday sale on our shopcasinoquest.com website, and it's 10% off any orders over 100 on. And the offer code is there. You got to put in DGen Tingles. So if you have DGen Tingles we've been waiting to buy a mat or anything like that, the mats are half off now anyways, but you get an extra 10% off if you do $100. Okay. All right. So moving on to our thing, we finally got our own pylon, dude. We have our very first pylon, and there it is. There it is. Look at that, huh?
Yeah.
There's David for scale.
With Daddy for scale.
Yeah. So I am literally just massive. What's great is everybody comes here. And they're like, wow, you're much shorter in person, dude. But look at this. This thing is 12 feet. No, it's not. It's 8 feet. It's 8 feet by 8 feet. So, God, if that's true, I look like 4 feet tall. This is, I'm like a...
I think the bottom part is like an extra foot or two. That's why.
Oh, that's like 4 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, good Lord, man. But anyways, all right, well, we got a picture. We ran down. So apart from that, how do you like our sign? That's our sign.
Sign looks very good, sir.
I think it looks fantastic, dude. You know what I mean? You can't really see it though. It sucks because there's a Denny's kind of thing and there's some trees in the way. But check this out. Okay, go Alex. Where did we go today, buddy? We went on a road trip.
Yes, we went on a road trip. So we showed everybody here. Let's go to the next slide. We went to Palms. We have another Daddy David for scale picture. And the only reason why I took this picture is because that where you're standing, it used to be the poker room.
Yeah. Used to be like it was extended all the way out, and then there was a private cubicle, like a see-through high-limit poker action. They used to have some big poker names. And this was back when the Maloofs owned it. It was so cool to go there. By the way, the big secret in town was if you really had to take they have a bathroom, let's just say. They have a really nice kind of hidden away bathroom over there. But they used to have these really high-limit poker games that you could see. You can actually watch these guys just load up just mounds of cash and play. And it was pretty fantastic off the side because you remember it, yeah?
Yeah, I do remember it.
Yeah, so, and instead now they have slot machines, and now it's a William Hill sportsbook. It's much smaller. But there's that. So why did we go to, okay, you're going to have to skip a slide for a minute.
Of course.
Yeah, skip a slide. We'll get to that one later.
Okay. So just to show everybody, look at this. If you can't see, that is a $5 minimum sign at the Palms.
Dude, I've been telling people for a while.
Unbelievable. It's a $5 game.
And the other game is only $10.
Yeah. And the all tall small, for you guys, I love the all tall small, is 176, not 150 and 31. It's 35 and 176 to 1.
Wow. That's great.
Yep.
Yeah, so Palms is trying to compete with Gold Coast and Rio, no?
Yeah, so they've been fighting over the corner territory. Which corner is better?
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting. They've been giving out a lot at the Rio, a lot of room comps. A lot of my friends have been getting like 4 nights free, 5 nights free.
At the Rio. Does it come with electricity, dude? Do you get a reliable surge of electricity?
It's in their refurnished tower, so the nicer part of the Rio.
Really? Because, man, they got a lot of work to do. Everyone says they keep improving it, but I feel like they have a lot of room. Are those super chats? What's that?
Oh, we do have some super chats.
By the way, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I am taking my family to a local place called Vic's tomorrow. It's got the little jazz club, and it's right near the Smith Center. And the food's always been fantastic. So shout out to Vic's. I've been there like 3 times. Me and Dennis I have been there a few times. It's this they call it like an Italian bistro kind of thing. And it's very nice. If you haven't been to the Smith Center, that whole area, it's been redeveloped. I wish I had some more pictures, but that's one of the things that the evolution of Vegas. They've invested a lot of resources into this one area. It's sort of off of Bonneville Main Street. It's kind of tucked away, and the city has gone all in on trying to build this as a cultural center. So if you're not familiar with the Smith Center, you can look it up. They spent a ridiculous amount of money creating what is said to be one of the most perfect sound places to kind of listen to music and hear concerts, things like that. So good, in fact, that lots of bands have made the Smith Center a backdrop for them, producing records, which is very cool. So the acoustics at the Smith Center are so world renowned that bands, like really big bands, have actually rented the place out to record their music in. But the Smith Center plays host to Las Vegas Philharmonic, dude. We literally have like this visiting ballet group. So it's quite something. They have quite a few events there. But if you ever just know that Vegas isn't just about, gambling. We've really tried to upgrade sort of our cultural standing in the world. And the Smith Center was central to that. But around the Smith Center, there's the Live Discovery Museum, which is really popular with kids. And then they built out, I wish we had some more pictures, but they built out, quite a few upscale apartments and this whole thing. So it's quite something. I think in the next couple of years, once that area is finished, it'll become like this alternative destination. So if you don't want to gamble per se, this area will become the next thing. But so there you go. So that's what are you doing for Thanksgiving, sir?
I am. Well, we're going to talk about the second half in a second.
Oh, really?
The second half.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's actually news.
We're going to have corn for Thanksgiving.
Oh, my God. What kind of corn, buddy?
Very special corn. I'm going to have lunch with my parents. Typically, for Thanksgiving, we actually do lunch. We don't do dinner.
Yeah, we're all meeting up afterwards. Yes. I'll let you share the news, buddy.
We'll talk about that when we get to that point.
We'll talk about that when we arrive, yeah.
But this year, normally my mom wants to cook and all that stuff. We're not doing that this year, Mom.
By the way, just you got to stay tuned because the news of us having Thanksgiving is actually very DGen community friendly. So all the innuendo that it got rolled into Thanksgiving, strangely enough, which makes sense for us. Like, that's the thing. All right, well.
Something to be very thankful for.
Yeah, well, we're all going to be thankful. You were used to be more thankful for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a lot of thanks. You should just bring money or roses or something. All right.
I should. Oh, real quick, we got 2 super chats. Derek Sleva, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Alex Kim in my life. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
And then Mr. Canadian DJ, can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, so Palms, dude, huh?
Yes. So let's go back to that slide.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Palms, $5. Anything else? Good.
No, I've been telling you. It's coming. I just had a conversation today. I think so visitation to Vegas is up for the year and is looking to end fairly strongly, although October dipped. But I'm very confident that a lot more casinos will kind of review the current escalating, table limits. So I feel like good news is coming, and I feel like more opportunity it'll be available for the rest of us, basically. So this is good. At first we started hearing rumors of it. We had a few players come in and tell us like they had these $5 games, and we went over there 5 to 10. And here's the thing: $5,000 limits. The $5 game was busy, but still had a few spaces. The $10 game had plenty of room. And the Palms is a decent property. They have some nice amenities. I don't see how they're even. I think the Rio is a long ways off from really. I think it's a Gold Coast they have to compete with.
Yeah, until they built that NBA arena or whatever they're talking about. I don't even know if it's going to be at the Rio.
I went in there the other day, man, and I get it. They've improved a lot from where they were, but it's still. I wouldn't trust those elevators, dude.
Yeah.
I want a first floor room, dude. I'm just saying.
Makes sense.
I'm sure it's not an issue. Don't sue me, but anyways.
You just had a dream about it.
Yeah. All right, what do you got there, buddy? All right, so here, can we go back to my slide with all my crap dealers because this is pretty proudful.
Yes. So we're gonna go back up. Ooh.
So we love Vegas. We teach a lot of dealers. I got to share this with you because
there we go.
Here is the graduating class, and kudos to you guys for graduating. And we gave out. So when our dealers graduate, a class, I give them a test. And they have a test to pass and then a test to pass at this other level. If they pass at this other level, they get a shirt. We had the one guy there in the black shirt because we ran out of the alumni shirts. But not only did all of these out of the class, there was only 2 people, or let's say 3 people. One person passed but didn't get a shirt, and 2 other people didn't pass but are still coming to the school and working on it. But we had our doubts. So, I mean, quite honestly, this class kind of pulled it out at the very last week and really buckled down and made it work. So this class is a 5-week class to become crap dealers. And normally, in 5 weeks, becoming a crap dealer is not the easiest thing. So basically our agreement with Station Properties, these are all station casino dealers, is we send you back as a coachable, mentorable type of dealer. So you know enough to where you might not be able to jump on the game, but you can get started. And so I had a conversation with them about 2 weeks before they were to graduate. And I said, listen, you guys got to get here. You got to study. You got to start really paying attention. And they really did a fantastic job. All of these young people, not all of them young people, but all of them deserve a real kudos for, this is the next... my last group. So I plan on teaching this next class, and then after that, I'll probably be winding down a little bit. I won't be teaching the class as directly, but really proud of all these wonderful faces here that passed. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you, and I feel like that picture came out great. Everybody actually smiled for the most part, looks happy. It was a lot of fun. Yeah,
Great picture.
it was a good picture. No,
I agree.
yeah. Not my biggest. My biggest class is 85 people. My biggest class was 21 people, by the way. So as much as this looks like it was. But all right. Moving on, sir. You want to release your good news? What a great picture that is. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're about to see an even greater picture. So if you guys don't know, we had a famous corn star come in, Alexis Fox. Oop.
Some of us are more familiar with her than others.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, she's been on a lot of corn websites. Like,
Alex has intimate knowledge.
Yes, 10 years ago. It's been a while, but yes, very familiar with her.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, there's people in the community, like Webmaster Joe. There's a lot of DGens in the community, so they're trying to do corn and CQ crossover. And so we've been kind of collabing a little bit, and it
makes sense, dude.
It does make sense.
That grapefruit lady, that is a direct connection, dude.
All the innuendos finally paying off, sir.
Because I believe that we feed into all the most common denominators of life, dude. I feel like in the very simplest of ways. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We stay away from the stuff that's too hard, and you know what I mean. We keep. Oh God, dude, that one. Nah, anyways.
Whatever keeps it stiff.
Whatever keeps it hard, yeah. Whatever keeps it hard, yeah.
So the funny part is, for Thanksgiving, we actually been invited to go over to her house for Thanksgiving. So there's Alexis Fox, if you guys don't know, and so we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna have corn at Thanksgiving.
Wait. We're actually gonna have corn.
No, but
okay,
yeah.
But we'll be in the midst of it, dude. Who wants to be us?
That's it. Yeah. So
I want to be me. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Very exciting times.
I love. I want. I do have some crazy story. Like I actually have a story. I can't really share it with you all that much, but if you don't already know, you probably have figured out that a lot of the movies that you watch, a lot of the corn movies, they film in Vegas. So they use Vegas because they're hotel rooms, right? So they use the hotel rooms, or they rent suites, and so there's lots of corn production companies that come to Vegas and interact with Vegas. So most of you should already know this. And if you live here back in the day long enough and you interact with enough people, you would run across them. It was just like you know what I mean? Because they would be out and about and they would be interacting. And let's just say David has had some interesting encounters. So I have had some very interesting encounters. And the thing is they were all fairly positive. Strangely enough, like this is for the most part, they're very serious and business minded, and it's, you know what I mean? It's a great group of people to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? Like contrary to what you would think, I feel like if you're hanging out with a lot of bands, like actual rock bands back in the day, if you were doing drugs and things like this, that's what everybody thought was happening, and that was probably true. But when people, think to the corn star community, you follow, they have the truth of how, my experience with that community has always been very positive, dude. Book reading clubs and just, hiking and you know what I mean? It's just so crazy because it's like me when I go play Keno. I'm around the table games all day and then I go play Keno. Can you imagine? Like, so like they're very mindful and very holistic, and they have this whole other. They have lots of hobbies they can get. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, also too, I have to admire. She is quite the entrepreneur. So that's the other thing too, is when you actually talk to her. So that's the reason why we're hanging out with her. So
yeah, 100%. So I'm looking forward. I feel like this is under reconnecting with my roots, dude.
Wow.
You know what I mean? There is one story I would love to share with you guys one day. Maybe on. We'll have to see. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, good time to be alive.
We're going to go to the next slide here. So now we're going to do a food review. So if you guys know, every week we go do different food stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And we're very excited because China Mama is going to open a location at Pal Station, the OG China Mama. And so right down the street right here is called Haochi. It's like their sister concept. So one night I was like, let's give it a try. It's on Charleston and Decatur. I was like, okay, let's get David. I joke around. Let's get David off the Italian-American bandwagon.
Yeah.
We went over there and it was probably the most mid meal we've ever had.
Yeah, so not to be confused with China Mama, because we absolutely love China Mama. Like, we tried to actually go to China Mama, but they were too busy. So we ended up here. Well, first of all, they were out of rice. I mean, so like, I've never been to an Asian restaurant that didn't have rice.
That is true.
That's the first time. And Alex, of course, is always so accommodating, but I'm like, dude, I don't like to eat a lot of this stuff without rice, because if it gets hot for me, I use the rice as kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, it was very average. So I feel like that right now they're still, it's brand new. So these kinds of restaurants, you kind of when they first open, they sometimes don't open as well. What restaurant did not open well originally was but I think they've improved it dramatically, is the Red Rock. Lotus of Siam.
Oh, Lotus of Siam, yeah.
So I went there in the first couple of weeks, and they definitely had to make improvements. They took feedback and they evolved, but. All right, so anything you want to add about the Haochi stuff?
I mean, everything we ate was mid. It was so weird. It was like 6 out of 10. Everything, like, it looked cooking-wise, it seemed executed, but it was kind of weird because everything seemed kind of bland, right?
Yeah, it was, I don't know.
It was weird. Even the desserts were, like, kind of bland. Like, we had this, like, cheesecake thing that you see on the right, and we had this chocolate truffle thing, but it was just, like, mid.
And I had this, it was supposedly supposed to be a really spicy dish, and, I mean, yeah. To me, it wasn't spicy, so that means it really wasn't spicy. Yeah.
Also, the worst part was like right when we sat down at the table, this young lady brought down 3 waters. I didn't know she was right next to me. I just like punched the water while trying to take off my jacket. Yeah. I just punched her and just like water everywhere.
It was a wet T-shirt contest. It turned into a wet T-shirt contest. She had water all at the top of her bed. All right, buddy. Moving on to you got your wins. So these are new wins? Holy crap!
So dude. Yeah, we'll go into that. So last week, after we finished the last one,
oh my god,
went to me and David Jatan, we're going to F1, and so we're like we need to keep getting this Gamba money going. So we went to Ojos Locos. Basically, long story short, we took Ojos for $4,000, $5,000.
$5,000, dude.
Yeah, and I'm sure the machine, they stopped using that machine.
This is a bubble craps machine?
This is all bubble craps, by the way. We turned like $4,000 into $1,000. Fontainebleau, we took them for like, the only place that we got donked was at Sunset Station.
What were you playing?
DP.
Oh, really? Just all in the don't pass?
Just DP the whole time. The only time was at Ojos, like when I turned original 1 into 700, I did 44 inside double tap and then power pressed everything, ran everything up, and then pulled everything down.
So this is almost $5,000. This is $5,000, dude.
Yes.
Congratulations, buddy.
And we're gonna show you the next slide that justified it, because what happened was my buddy and I, we used that to buy F1 Paddock Club tickets.
Wow. Yeah. How much was the Paddock Club tickets?
So F1 Paddock Club tickets. So just like you guys know, so he invited me to come along with them. So normally those club tickets that you hear about, it's like $20,000 or something ridiculous. It's based on the different race teams, right?
Okay.
So the ones we bought were on StubHub, and it dropped to $1,000. So
like at the last minute.
At the last minute, so it dropped down to like $1,200 with fees.
Okay.
So it's $1,200 with fees.
Yep.
And so we pulled the trigger, and so we got this So we bought the F1 Paddock Club
Was
tickets.
it was what was the racing? What was the race? You had the hat. You actually wear the. He's wearing the hat in one of our strategies. So what racing team was it?
It's Haas. So
no one knows
it's actually
Haas?
an American racing team.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's an American racing
Okay.
team. I mean, they're not very good in the F1
It's the
world.
cheapest team now right now.
I mean, it's the cheapest one to get an F1 Paddock Club ticket. If you try to go to like Red Bull or Ferrari's, like invite only,
Yeah.
I learned. But some of the other, but like the general Paddock Club that we got was Haas. So it's pretty nice.
All right, you got to read that one. That looks like a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
What's on there?
So we do have a couple super chats here before we continue. Okay, so we have a couple. Holy shit. Canadian DGen, $20 super chat. Still playing Andar Bahar. It's been a while since I played Andar Bahar, to be honest with you. I do miss Andar Bahar.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I could.
We're still working on getting that at a casino. If we ever open a casino, and our Bahar is coming, dude.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
And we do have Alan Toy with the $200 super chat.
Oh my God, Alan, he's so rich, dude.
Enjoy taking the one-day express class course. Well done. Definitely want to learn more about the prop bets payouts and finish my craps dealer training. CoinZell's been doing really well. Make this your early Christmas present. See you next September.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Wow, holy shit, Alan. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, Alan, some good coins out recently. You know what I mean? Got the limited edition. He's a big
Like
coin
what?
collector. I got the limited edition silver set. We got the flowing Eagle coin, the Peace and Morgan silver dollar. They have like a dual set that just came out.
Okay.
Somehow I got 3 sets of those. I'm not sure why. All right. Well, so you had fun at the Paddock Club, and there's some racing images. So you enjoyed
Yes.
your time, sir?
So we'll just walk through here real quick on the F1 experience just to let everybody know. By the way, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm trying to convince Daddy David to go with us next year.
Because if you don't know, I ranted about it last year quite a bit because I feel like it's a real takeaway from what Vegas is. But this year, they did a lot better. Some of the businesses still got whacked, and so it wasn't, let's just say, not everybody loves F1 coming to town, but I will say they did a much better job of interacting with the strip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The setup was much faster. There were less problems with that. Of course, we didn't drive down the strip very often, and then they're still working on pulling all that apart. So I do think that there is an opportunity for it. I know that all the casinos are in, and they feel like this is one of those events that'll build over time. I think the verdict is still out, to be honest with you. I just don't see, like, F1 has been around a very long time, and it's never really caught on here in the United States. You know what I mean? So, but for Vegas is this kind of destination city. We'll see. We'll see what next year turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, I actually beg to differ or disagree with Dave or agree to disagree or whatever.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Because the amount of money that I saw at the Paddock Club was ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're ridiculous.
Even at your cheap-ass Paddock Club?
Yes, sir.
People
Even at
pulling
the
out?
cheap-ass Paddock Club. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you the next slide now.
All right.
So over here, let's see here. I got a video. Which one's this one? Oh, yeah. So just to show you guys some of the video of the actual racing going on. So like inside the Paddock Club, even though it's just a practice. And yes, Thursday, if you're looking at the background, the seats are empty. But typically Thursdays are always empty because it's just a practice.
Yeah.
It's Friday and Saturday, really, we get to see the people show
And
up.
Saturday did sell out, right? I hear Saturday sold
Yeah.
out finally. At the last minute, like people just literally bought tickets cheap.
Yeah.
But it did sell out.
Did sell out. So let me see here. Let's go down to the next one. Then we go to the next
And
slide
they,
here.
they did have some seats as low as $90 for this Thursday, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not at the Paddock thing, but like regular seats, right?
Correct. Yep. So like it was pretty cool. Like look at this. You're in the Paddock Club and you get to see like the cars pull up and like
I mean,
they're just right in front of you
I
right
can
there.
do that at the gas station, dude. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I could see the cars
Of
pull
course,
up all
of
day.
course.
I just see it doesn't translate. I've been to one of the I like the funny car races, dude. I like the stuff that we have or they make all this noise and
Yeah.
they crush other cars and they, you know what I mean? Like, anyways, all right. Well, I know it's different things for different people,
Yeah,
right?
I think this is the actual video, right? So right in front of the Haas car. See, so like
There's
right
the
here.
Haas car?
So you see them get to do the.
Oh, because that's where you're at.
Yes.
You're literally at the. Is
We're
that what
right
the paddock
above.
is?
Yeah.
Oh, you're like right above.
Yeah, you're actually
Wow.
in the dock area. There's other videos
okay.
I've taken, but those are like the big ones.
That's cool.
Yeah. So let me go to the next one. Let's see here. This one. Oh, yeah. So I got to talk about this one. We're going to play this multiple times. The only thing I wanted to mention, this is ridiculous, by the way. This is like rich people, like literally like verbatim rich people shit.
Crap. Yeah.
They had a hot dog stand, and they give you either the carnitas dog or the truffle dog. And so literally it's a hot dog covered in truffle mayo, and that is literally black truffle shaved on top of that.
As much as you want.
As much as you want. And there was this cute girl that was working there, and I just like was like, hey, listen, like
Load me up.
there was nothing going on. It was empty. And so I was like, hey, like what can I do to get like as much black truffle as you want. She's like, I'll give you as much as you want. I was just like, just have at it. Look at her. She's just shaving.
Wow.
It's $400 or $500 a pound. I was like, I just need you to go absolutely bonkers.
So that could have been $95 hot dog.
That to me is more value than a $95 baked potato. And
Yeah, no,
but
because that's a whole meal, dude.
yeah, and that dog tasted fantastic, by the way.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was
I believe
amazing.
it. I'm sure they had the best food. I have heard that Poppy's had a paddock thing with the steaks and stuff.
Oh, really?
It was $30,000 a ticket, dude.
Yikes.
All the baked potatoes you can
Yeah,
eat, I think.
that doesn't
You know what I'm
surprise
saying?
me, yeah.
All the baked potatoes. But that does look, so is it any good though? I mean, just having truffles on there, all those truffles, did it make it any good?
Oh, it was fantastic.
Really?
It was really nice.
Just with all those truffles?
Yes.
Wow.
It was
All
really
right,
good.
Well, I'll have to try it next year.
All right, we'll
They're
go to the
still
next
around.
slide here. Oh, yeah, so this is afterwards in the paddock.
Oh, you got to see the actual car?
They walked us down and got to sit. So it made us put our phones away because on the backside, you get to see the insides of the car. Then when they were done with that part, they let us go to the front and then actually let us walk around the pit. So we actually were in the VIP Paddock Club area.
Oh, wow.
And
Good
so they
for
were
you,
actually
buddy.
letting us walk around and look at the actual cars itself. It was actually like
Interesting.
really, yeah. So it was actually pretty cool. So like we did that, and then afterwards, let me pull up the next.
Is that
video
the
here.
car? That's the actual car?
Yeah. Literally, they were done and they were switching all the parts around and everything like that.
Okay.
So it was actually really cool that they let us like. There's this.
Look how clean the paddock is. Huh?
Yeah. In the back area, by the way, too, when we were there was this area where literally you cannot pull out your phones or anything like that because they
Oh,
don't want
really?
obviously anything being.
They
leaked.
don't want, yeah.
But once we were done with the main part, then
Do
they
you
let
get to
us
see
go
the
down.
driver?
We didn't see the drivers. The drivers were like long gone.
Oh, really?
But the
By
mechanics
time
were
you
sitting
get
there working and everything. Yeah, it was really nice.
You get
so.
to film the mechanics? Fantastic.
Sure. And
Okay.
let me see here. Oh, here's my dad, Charlie Kim, being a boomer, recording. So I took my bubble craps winnings
Yeah.
and bought him and David Jeton a ticket on Friday. And here's Charlie Kim being a boomer, recording the cars.
Look at you guys. Oh.
Qualifying.
By the way, there's more. We're going to talk about the evolution of gaming. By the way, I had a really very interesting discussion today. We're gonna ask for your input about gaming. And here's the thing. We're gonna pass along your input. If there's enough of you with input. In fact, we're gonna reach out to the rest of our community over the next couple months, and we're basically we're gonna take our fan base and we're going to try to put together a presentation on what you guys want out of a casino. So we're going to start building that. The start of it is going to be today, and we're going to work on building that over the course of the next couple months. And we're going to put together a presentation, like literally all of us, and we're going to go back to the casino. We're going to say, listen, this is what we want, kind of thing, you know? But anyways, all right. So here, wait, but don't miss. You have this one. See, go back to that one, dude. That one looks good because you have to actually have video, which is cool.
Okay, let me go back real quick.
I love it. And this is the part of it I think is so cool. The optics on this are so good. Yeah. You see this?
Yes. Let me go back up. There we go. This video real quick.
Yeah.
So was it?
Can they
Yep.
see it?
Yeah, just show
Look at this
everybody.
thing.
Look at this.
Yeah. I mean, that you got to admit, a race, this kind of race going down, that's literally the Las Vegas Strip is pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like when you're watching it, but when you actually see it in real life, how fast it's moving, and then when
Yeah.
you're down there in the pit, it's ridiculously fast.
200
something plus miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
What's crazy is like the very next day, it started raining a little bit, right? Because I'm guessing rain is not a good thing to have at these races.
it was
now.
windy. Yes.
Yeah, it was windy. All right, so here's the thing. I have a group that I meet with, a number of different people throughout the industry, and the casino industry is always looking to evolve. And some people are, some casinos are quicker to evolve, other casinos are not quicker to evolve. So let me just share with you some insight into how casinos are looking to engage with their audience. So up until literally this year. So in October, our visitation was down a little bit, and convention sales are also down pretty, I wouldn't say a lot, but enough of a tick for casinos to start reevaluating, kind of what they're doing, and how they're approaching the gaming parts of it, how they're approaching all sorts of areas of the casino. So the theme I meet with a number of different, I can't share that information with you, but I meet with a number of different sort of high profile casino operators throughout Las Vegas. One of them is connected to quite a few casinos, so they're all pretty high profile. These are all GMs. These are all people that are actually responsible for the day-to-day of the entire property, not just the casino environment, but the hotel environment. And given kind of how we've evolved as a school, what we've done with Casino Quest, I've been welcomed into the sweet embrace that is this group. And they're just friends of mine that I've known over the years. One started on the hotel side, one started on the dealer side, and one started literally out in left field and created a career for himself, right? And the theme now is trying to understand the consumer more, because you guys are confusing the crap out of a lot of casinos. And I say that in a very sort of unique way. So casinos have been hell-bent on increasing margins and looking at, not just casinos. So let's say they don't like to be called casinos per se, right? They want to be integrated resorts, essentially. This is the name that a lot of these Japanese or new casinos have. The integrated resort, meaning they have everything to offer. They've got the best spa, they got the best restaurants, they got the best rooms, they got the best casino, all these things for you to partake, right? And then how to kind of optimize that experience while still getting as much money out of your pocket as possible. Like, create a sense of value where you're willing to turn over $95 for a baked potato. I mean, just literally that. I mean, the people at Fondables are literally trying to pick your pocket. Like, how can we make this experience so much that your mind is blown? But here's the thing. It doesn't translate all the time, right? There's lots of different experiences that, we just really just don't translate. Like, a $95 baked potato, by the way, is silly for me. I feel like there's a point to which you've just lost your mind. But the theme of the discussions recently is, listen, how do we really tap into consumer demand? How do we take advantage of this sort of pivot that people have, especially lately? Because, you guys are engaging less on the casino floor in some ways, right? And it scares the living crap out of them. And if you guys start pulling back from $95 baked potatoes or $100 dinners, and now they're not selling all these sort of incremental things that they've been working on all these years, how do you get them back to the casino floor? What's the goal here? So here's the thing. All of them talked about the El Cortez. Do you guys know the El Cortez? I have to shout out the El Cortez in a way, because this is a property that has quite literally transformed. Am I speaking the right camera?
Oh, this camera.
This camera?
Mm-hmm.
El Cortez is literally a casino that has transformed itself. So me and Alex were invited to speak to the GM. Really nice guy, man. Absolutely a really nice guy. And it was concerning dealers primarily. We went there not really to talk about the casino. We were going to talk about dealers and having this relationship to send them dealers. We had a number of crap dealers ready to go. But I was hesitant to send dealers to El Cortez because my impression of El Cortez is dated, 10 years dated. And by that, I mean, they weren't making a lot of money. It's a grinding joint. It appeals to the lowest common denominator, this, et cetera, et cetera. So we go in there, we meet with the GM. And as we're waiting, we end up eating do we eat at the cafe beforehand or after?
We had at the cafe before.
Before, yeah. We ate at the cafe.
Around.
And we were so impressed at this experience that they've created there. It was just stunning to me. It wasn't a grind joint. It was like reflective of old Vegas. It had created an experience that was very much in tune with, very comfortable for someone like me, who likes different pockets of casinos, wants a very sort of casual atmosphere, likes really clean line of sights. The things that I know that trigger me. A lot of you guys don't necessarily break down the things that make you want to gamble, but my life has been about casinos and gaming and this type of thing. So we have this meeting with him, and he starts having this other conversation about how successful they've been with social media. Of course, if you don't know, El Cortez has become the destination of a lot of social media influencers, and so it's created this sense of identity. People, it's really improved their brand and their presence. Obviously, everywhere you look, there's El Cortez felts and people playing at El Cortez. And so it's driven traffic. And with that traffic has come this other level of success for them, and lots of feedback for them to have improved their casino floor. Not just their floor, but their restaurant offering, stuff like that. But here's the thing. Instead of them leaning into this sort of higher value customer, they've actually created a lot of value. I mean, their cafe had like old school specials and this very affordable type of offerings. Their tables were still set lower. I mean, you would think that with their success, they would have started raising table limits and lowering table maximums and some $200 steakhouse or all this stuff. But yet they had kept this sort of old Vegas charm to the place and just sort of given people what they want. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to gouge or create this sort of otherworldly experience. But what was most unique to me was having my various meetings throughout the week is they all brought up the El Cortez. Kind of on their own. And, with this last meeting, I brought up the El Cortez, but it's become sort of this element of interest where years ago, no one would have cared, right? Like, who cares what's going on at the El Cortez? In fact, a strip property would never have cared about what's going on at the El Cortez, except the fact that, there's this feeling now that Vegas is moving into this other territory. That consumers are really, what's driving consumers is, of course, social media, value perception. And I think that there's this really big group of people that have become more and more turned off with casinos with these higher limits and these very, everything is so, a pizza. I went to, this was at Fontainebleau. They have a pizza place in the food court. The pizza was great. It's this Cuban pizza place. It's absolutely fantastic. It's as good or better than Secret Pizza in my opinion. But for two people, it was $45. We had 2 pieces of pizza and a drink. It was like $40-something. That's just crazy. I mean, I feel like, it's fine to have great pizza, but come on, how much does it cost you to make a pizza, dude? I don't even think. So these types of things are when then they add this convenience charge to the valet charge, and you can't park there, you can't get within X amount of blocks without having to empty your pockets. And then you walk in, you got to empty your pockets, and ultimately what are you buying into? Just the convenience of being able to walk through your casino floor. I feel like this whole conversation with customers has to change. But anyways, so what they asked me to do? They asked me to do some homework. They asked me to reach out to you guys. And kind of our population. We're going to try to mix it in we have this very brand new member site that we are really working on. I promise. Me and Alex have been working on. We're using this week especially to upload it. We have this whole new thing that's going on, and we're going to make available kind of this feedback. We want to ask you as these questions about what you want. What do you want at the casino? So here I broke it down on this slide. So the question is, do you like better promos? Do you want tournaments? You want some kind of defined experience? Do you want better odds? Or is it really just about the experience? These are sort of the 4 big categories. I personally think it's about the experience. I think that a place like El Cortez, for example, they have a lot of 3-2 or 6-5, but I feel like people are looking for memories. They're looking for a story. They're looking for the Vegas experience. And I think sometimes that's sort of hard to nail down. People come to Casino Quest to do the challenge, right? I mean, it's not even something that gets all that many views, but it's really part of the story. It's a great thing to do. Put it on my YouTube, and it's there forever. And so you have the story to share. I really think that the odds aren't necessarily a thing, because most people really don't give a crap. The very fact that 000 is the most popular table at some casino. There was a casino did a study. They put a 000 flashing table next to a non-flashing 00 table, and guess what got the most traffic? The 000 table. I mean, I really do think that people, as much as people want to believe they want the best payouts and they want the odds, most people don't even know the odds. Like, we have this whole bridge workshop. So many of you that come to us, like, you just don't know the odds. You don't even know. If you were given a 6-5 or 3-2 game, you wouldn't know what the difference is. If you sit down at a 9-5 or 9-6 video poker machine, you have no clue. You wouldn't be able to know how to compare different machines. Locals that spend all their time playing video games on one or the other, they do, because they're very specific about where they want to play and what they want to play. But tourists, very typically, just don't care. Either don't care or don't pay attention. Alex was just talking about the 175. It's 176 for one, right? 175, 2-1.
For the all-tall small,
For the all-tall small. But how many of you actually look? You know what I mean? How many of you go to a casino and look? If you're playing the Iron Cross, and on a crash table, how many of you really look for double and triple in the field, right? Or triple. The triple doesn't exist anymore. But you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people who I think the odds mean less. I think it's really the experience. I think it's, for me, is the thing that I would touch on. But anyways, so we're gonna put this out there. So I'm gonna start maybe on my Instagram. I mean, we're gonna figure this out, but we're gonna have a real conversation. So I'm gonna put together this presentation. We're gonna share it with you. We're gonna make it part of our over the next couple months. So in the beginning of January, I'm supposed to submit to them a presentation based on your feedback on these points, right? better promos, tournaments, better odds, or experience. And we have a running bet as you probably know. I mean, mine is the experience. So we have one of them that's very leaned into better odds. But you guys, so what I think you have to do, and that's is you got to be honest. You got to be honest with yourself about what it is that you pay attention to, because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to say better odds, because they feel like that would be the return. But how many of you really pay attention to the odds? Or maybe in our group, maybe of you guys, because you guys follow us, you guys know the game, stuff like this. But when we think of the larger public, I feel like it's not really about better odds. I would say better promos or articulating a promo that leads to an experience is a thing. You follow? Like, that might have a connection. But anyway, so this is, are we getting any feedback? I saw it kind of running there. Huh?
Yeah. Just real quick, we do have 2 super chats before we continue. Derek Sleva with the $5 super chat. F1 has been going strong for over 10 years now. Thank you so much.
By the way, he still owes me dinner at Jasmine, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was talking about Jasmine in
I
the
know,
chat.
really?
Yeah.
Still around. That's great.
Bellagio, right?
Buddy. It's a Bellagio. Overlooks the fountains. It makes for a fantastic date.
When you come to Vegas, Derek.
It's a great experience, dude.
And we do have another $10 super chat from Christopher Bird Trucking. It says all about the customer service.
By the way, yeah, he's been around forever, dude. Yeah,
he was one of our first roulette stars.
Literally one of our first. Yeah, him and Alan, they go back. Derek, yeah, those are like the yeah. Well, so what do you guys think? So I feel like it's an exciting thing. I mean, they are literally waiting for us to put something together. So I haven't really drilled down too much into it yet. I just got done with one of these meetings, but I would like to fill this. I would like to, I wouldn't say figure it out, but sort of have a way forward. And here's one of the things that they suggested we do is, we create an experience here on a regular basis, not here, but at the, like literally we can create an experience for you. Like we can do something if we all, kind of agree on something, we can have, they're willing to give us resources like, a room, not like a meeting room, like a convention room, food, drinks. They're willing to invest in this opportunity as well. So we got to come up with something good, dude. I mean, we really got to just drill down, dude. We got to figure this out. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're hoping our bridge workshop, if our bridge workshop sells out, we're going to end up doing it literally at the casino, because it's going to include drinks, cocktail hour, reserved games, the whole thing. It'll lean into, they all love this, by the way. So that's the thing. So we would lean into that. All right. You ready? Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any questions about that? Does anybody I'm so excited that we were even asked to do this. No?
Yes. Not really any, they were just talking about just like lower minimums and just talking about how people.
Lower minimums. I think that's a gimme.
I think that's the first one that don't include 6 to 5 000. They're mentioning that, just trying to keep things realistic. I mean, there's still a casino at the end of the day, but
yeah, 100%. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right. So ready? This is another one. We're going to talk to you guys about this. So we have been talking a lot recently about the evolution of live games, and we got a lot of really good feedback. And we've been talking to surveillance operators, casino directors, things like this, and then what's sort of coming. What's on the horizon? Like, what are they going to do to live games? Yeah, as you've seen, there's a lot of hybrid games now. By that I mean, like, you have a dealer in a digital environment. You have one dealer or one stick person on a crap table, and then everybody's at screens, right? There's also these hybrid games where you have a dealer dealing out multiple games, like one game of Baccarat that's broadcast to a whole bunch of people. We call it Stadium Bac. There's Stadium Blackjack. There is literally Stadium Roulette. So, we've been kind of drilling down into, what this could look like in the future. Well, first of all, I think Vegas forever will be still the destination of live, where people are looking for live dealers and want the live experience. There is no way to recreate on a crap table. When you go to the screens and you have one person doing the stick, it doesn't feel like a real game to me. I mean, it is a real game, obviously, and you have money wagered, but the way you interact with the screen, the way you interact with the game, it's not as social, it's not as dynamic. there may be markets where that plays out, and there are already markets that have been taken over by these ETGs, which is fine, understandable for lack of dealers, lack of trading, all this other stuff. But here in Vegas, I think people will always come here and look for the real experience. There'll always be games. Now, will they start substituting other types of games? Sure. Recently what used to be the Hotel Continental Silver Sevens, they got rid of their whole pit. They replaced every game with a hybrid game. So every game has basically just one dealer and then monitors, you know what I mean? So they have stadium everything, and they have the roll to win craps, that type of thing. And it feels different. It feels very digital. It's like a slot parlor with a few people standing around servicing the tables, right? So the feel is different. The energy is different. I mean, table games are, and you know what's so funny? The Galaxy Gaming guy, me and the president of Galaxy Gaming used to have this conversation on LinkedIn for a second. Hey, buddy. And, he talked about how literally table games are like the soul of a casino. If you walk into a casino that doesn't have table games and then you go to one that does, it's the energy, it's the bodies, it's the people talking, it's the, you know what I mean? It's this whole other kind of experience, which when you lose that, then you're different. It's a very different experience. So anyways, so here's some of the things that we've been talking about. One is, having smart tables, and smart tables would come down to, you guys may have seen them already. Some casinos have featured crap tables with a smart layout. And what the smart layout does is, and it's similar to the digital games now, but what a smart table does is it'll highlight, like if you would in the field. So if it's a field roll, it just lights up the areas that win in one color, lights up the areas that lose in another color. But here's the thing. So one of the areas where they've been looking at kind of improving this engagement is those of you that play virtual games. You know, when you get like a kill streak, if you play like an RPG or an ARPG or whatever, you get like on a kill streak and you kill like 5 things at once. So there are ways graphically to kind of really, zero in on that and focus on these kill streaks, and having a streak in roulette or having a streak in baccarat, and make it more of a visually appealing thing, and integrate that in the table, and then potentially attach side bets to that. So you can lean in real time at the moment a streak is coming. It would give you this other betting opportunity. This is sort of the next level. You know what's funny? We went to G2E this year, and it was crazy. Everything was progressives, like all the new, right?
Yeah, it was literally progressive. Even on craps, it was literally, we walked around. It's like, what's the newest thing in table games? Progressives.
So a couple of years ago, it was sports betting. Well, 100%. The theme was sports betting, dude. And by the way, that didn't work out for everybody. There are some casinos that it worked out for a couple, but not for everybody. As much as sports has taken off. The other one was the sports betting tournament stuff. So those sites that focus in on that. That was really all that tech associated with that. It was literally, if you went to G2E 2 years ago, I mean, it was just everywhere. It was that and the claw, the BS claw.
I was thinking about the claw machine too. That was the other thing too. It was like, what's the newest thing in G2E 2021 right after COVID? The claw machine. That's what's going to take over gaming.
Dude, it was ridiculous. It's not even... There's no skill in anything that's presented as skill in a casino floor. Come on, there's no skill. It's a random thing. I won like 3,000 and the claw dropped my thing. It didn't even release it. But anyways, this year everything was progressives. Everything was somehow displaying progressive. It was literally one of the most boring G2Es we've ever been to. There was so little innovation. Of course, we weren't allowed into the interblock thing. The interblock thing was locked up tight. You needed an invitation, huh?
Yeah, they don't want us to DP their bubble craps machines.
Nah, I bet if we had really good breasts, dude, we could get in. I feel like if we came back and we just came with the right rack. I feel like if we got, what's her name? Our corn star.
Oh,
friend?
Alexis Fox.
I think Alexis Fox could get it in there. Fox, get it in there. By the way, what a great name. Is that her actual name?
Yes.
Oh, that's a great name for our corn star. But anyways, So this year was about progress. It was just super boring, and it has nothing to do with real life. No one gives a crap. I don't think a lot of people even bet towards progressive or care about progressive, unless like a megabucks you play for that. But anyways, I really feel like they're not leaning into the innovation. I feel like about the experience and how to keep get people more engaged. All right. So I highlighted a few things where not only could the table felt could highlight winning bets and show odds calculations, I think that would be fun too. So imagine, we get when people come here and ask a lot of questions. Now imagine all lit up. You're on the 5 and 9. Boom, you're going to get paid 3-2, and it shows you what you can win. There's something literally on the table that can somehow read or help you understand what it is. Wouldn't everyone love to know what you're getting paid? Just in real time, like literally, here's my bet. This is what I'm going to get paid now that I've won. And you can watch the dealer and make sure you're getting paid correctly. Do you know how many people get mispaid? We watched the guy win $185 Hornhide 12. By the way, it pays $2,019 for the 12 because we've done it. And he was only paid $1,200, and this was at a major strip casino. May or may not rhyme with Bellagio. But I said Bellagio. You know what I'm saying? So he took it. He accepted the payoff. The stick person put the stick in front of him and say, "Hey, sir, how would you like $1,200?" And he said, "Fantastic." He was so excited to win that $1,200. They shorted him $819. Now, imagine if you had some holographic thing saying, "Hello and welcome. You just won $2,000." You know what I'm saying? Take the pressure off the dealer a little bit, but allow you some insight into what your bets are being paid, especially on a crap table. There's always so much confusion about what bets pay, how to press. Now imagine something not something printed that says 7-5 or 7-6, because no one's reading. You guys hate to read, dude. Nobody reads anything. So instead, though, you make it something that broadcasts, something that's either digital or something that's very specific to you. You follow? I think that might be exciting.
Real quick, we got two super chats.
Yes.
So we do have two super chats real quick. Thank you so much. Derek Sleva once again with the $4.99 super chat. So I need David, though. He spelled it wrong. I need David on a carps table yelling for a Jasmine.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to say crabs, but it says carps.
No, he might mean carps, Dave. He might have a whole new game coming out, dude.
Oh, okay.
Be a carps table.
I want you to work that fish.
Work that fish.
There you go.
Yeah, what did he say? Craps table?
Yeah, craps table.
Dude,
and then Tom Gregory for the first super chat. Thank you so much. $10 super chat.
Thank you, sir.
Better odds and customer service. Like to be engaged with the dealers. I remember their name. They should remember my name. I like that.
Yeah. No, I think that would be great, too. See, that's like the experience thing. Having your name. Imagine, hey, listen, walk around with a name tag. Nah, I don't think a name tag will work out. I hate wearing name tags. I quite honestly, I want to be forgotten as soon as I'm, you know what I mean? Although I do like to know the dealers. Like when I used to come to Vegas, I loved going to like the same crew. That was my favorite thing about Vegas back in the day. You got to the crews were sort of static. You know, when you went down the floor, you would run into your crew, and that was the same crew day after day for that shift. They were the same crew. Nowadays they rotate a lot. But it was, I think, look at that. That's a great idea, by the way. Go back to static crews, especially on crap tables. I think that's a win. All right, here's another one. Now, I'm going to give a shout out to Brian Stan, who really smart guy, who was not part of these conversations recently. But in the past, we had a conversation about him, with him, about one of the opportunities for a table. So imagine, for example, and by the way, not only that, but for Crapsy. So if you haven't, crapsy.com, there you go. But so on Crapsy, we have talked to Chuck about, technology where, so you have a crap table, right? And it only 16 people can attend that crap table. However, what if you allowed everybody in the casino who wanted to go up to the crap table, grab a tablet, and play in real time with the casino based on the actual rolls that are going in? You could have unlimited number of players. Now, the problem is you can't have players, everybody have to be geo-fenced, right? So you'd have to be, by that I mean you have to be local to that property, or you have to be in this state. So we have legal gaming here, but not necessarily in California, right? Or not everywhere in California. So, but if you gave out these tablets, you could kind of restrict them to interacting with the table on these tablets. So they can, let's say you're going to the cafe, you want to play some dice, and you're going to, you start out, you buy in, whatever. Then you just grab your tablet, carry it over to the cafe, and you can still continue to play dice based on the rolls that are going. You can have as many people. I mean, if you look at the roll to win table, that's essentially what that is, right? What does it matter if you're actually there watching the rolls yourself. You don't have to be there watching the rolls. You can just let the stick person, they call it, they put it in, they mark it up, and then you can be anywhere in the casino. What does it matter if you're literally around the table? And I think that is a great opportunity. You could be at the pool. You could be in your spa. You could just literally go down to the casino floor, grab a gaming tablet, right? Because they would be completely geofence, whatever technology is out there. I don't know what technology, but whatever technology is out there to geofence these tablets. Grab a tablet and on your way, and you couldn't take them with you, right? They would be somehow restricted, so you couldn't get them out the property. But they would, how about this? You check in at your room, and when you check in, they give you a tablet to use while you're at the resort. And so you can just log in to whatever the table, whatever the table is, you follow, and then just play wherever you want to play. So I think that has a lot of potential. Now check this out. Even better, they can issue you a set of AR glasses. So technology with the glasses as you have improved. In fact, I'm wearing Metas right now, right? So they have AR glasses that are just fantastic that you can do all sorts of things with, besides watching corn, you know what I mean? Like a lot of other uses, just so you know, okay? But these really, like these smart glasses, you could talk to your glasses, say, hey, what's going on Craps 3? Or, hey, I want to do, whatever. I mean, you get issued these AR glasses so that the minute you walk into a property, especially if it's a big property, MGM, for example, you leave that front desk and you're trying to figure out where to go in the MGM very specifically, you could be a minute. Caesars also, there's a lot of places to move around the property. Now, how about they issue you a pair of AR glasses at check-in and the glasses say, no, take a left here. Where would you like to go, Mr. Knoll? You know what I mean? You want to go to the restaurant? It's take a left here, go down 10 steps. You follow, like, not just where do I play, how do I play. Let's say you wanted to learn how to play. You could have that in the glasses. They could be guiding you while you're on the table. Say, hello, glasses. I'm interested in playing this crap table. Help me through it. Work me through it. I think that is, right? A fantastic, I think it's an idea. What do you guys think? You like the AR glasses? I really think there's so much potential with AR glasses in the future for casinos if they're willing to invest in the technology. And the glasses are specific to the property. You follow? Like they would maybe an alarm or, listen, you can't take these with you, or they would shut down. They'd have to be geofence, but I think it could upgrade your experience so tremendous. Now, you could always take them off. You don't have to have them on if you're worried about them. You know what I mean?
I was actually thinking, you haven't seen it, but the introduction to the Golden Knights hockey games. I don't know if you've seen, how they do a projection on top.
Okay.
It'd be kind of cool in between roll, or like, let's say the dice gets thrown.
Yeah.
And then they can read it, and then it's a projection in the middle.
Yeah.
Like all the stats and stuff in between rolls. Or
yeah.
something
So this is look at this, dude. Projection mapping.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
That's
like you
it.
do a 3D, like a hologram.
Yep.
And the hologram sort of lets you know like where you're on the table. I think that would be a lot of fun. And again, that leans into the experience part of it, right? But I do think that the AR, so like these glasses, they can help you with optimal betting strategies, real time odds, historical performance. You could say, hey. You could talk to your glasses and say, because the glasses would sync up with all the games. So if you're playing roulette, for example, you could ask the glasses, hey, when was the last streak of 10 reds? Or when was the last time, how many spins ago was there a 0-0-0, this type of thing. And then tutorial overlays if you're a new player. And personalized win-loss tracking. You can keep track of your wins and losses, and it could plug into the player app, and you can keep real-time tracking of your points, real-time tracking of your rewards. You can say, hey, how many points do I need to get my next reward, or whatever the case is. In fact, what about reserving a spot? Like you're up in the room, you know it's busy on the floor, you're looking for a seat at the table, and you can say, hey, I would like to reserve a spot on the game, and it calls down for you or whatever it needs to do, and lets them know, hey, Mr. Smith is on his way, and the minute a spot becomes available, it's yours, kind of thing. Wouldn't that be great? Anyways, I feel like there's a lot of good stuff waiting to, again, and I think that the lean is the experience part of it, and whoever captures this first, God bless them. We want to capture that first, dude. We want to capture that first. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know what I mean? We would do a great job of this. I mean, we could be the ultimate innovators in this space. There's no doubt about it. All right, what do you got, buddy?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We could also promote our, look at this, crap strategy mag, sir.
So the digital version, just so you know, those of you that pre-ordered, we have expanded it. 10 more. David has added 10 pages. I want this crap strategy to knock you out. Like literally, I want you to get it and just be next level. We're going to be improving on all of our stuff, just so you know. But this crap strategy book, we added 10 more pages. I included a more history, glossaries. We did this. We included some bridge principles. But anyways, so instead of a 30 page, it's 40 pages now. And it's very easy to read. For those of you, you don't need a magnifying glass.
Pretty big.
Well, that's a bridge workshop,
Yeah,
but it's bigger than.
But the
it's
size
actually,
though.
So the roulette yeah, it's a lot bigger. So the roulette one is 30 something pages, and then and the new one will be and the crafts one's going to be 40 pages. So we really went ham on the craft strategy. So we want this to be the best. We're getting better at this. We're learning, and we're getting better and better. With each new magazine we create, we're getting better and better. So we thank you guys. By the way, you have no idea what you guys buying this mag has done for us. Is we pivoted from the mall, and it was a scary 2 weeks. Let me tell you, there was a lot. We were very worried that we weren't sure if everybody would come here, yada yada. And man, the minute we put these mags up there for you guys, I mean, so we will pass about 800 or so sold already over the last 14 days. It's tremendous, man. You guys have been. It's even today, it's still going. We've been promoting it obviously through our social media, things like this, and. This will be this month of November, last 30 days running. When we close out this month, it'll be one of the best months we've had in all the. We're going to beat them all this month. We're going to literally beat them all. The mall will have faded from memory before long, and we will have realized because we used to give up a portion of our profits every month, our gross profit to the mall. So beside paying rent, which wasn't cheap there, by the way, that new space, we used to have to give them a position, which sometimes it made breaking even a little difficult, let's just say. But it did give us a platform. It helped expose us to a lot more people, but it was a nerve-wracking experience. I will tell you that converting everything to here, we were always going to use this as a backup, but we weren't planning on exiting them all as quickly as we did. We were going to create this whole other experience, but this will be our best month of the entire year. And we have been able to retain all of our staff so far, which is, for me, that's like the number one thing. But we're definitely moving into this sort of online category now. So that's really the goal, is to, we have this new platform. So it's going to be a player development platform, dealer development platform, operational platform, that type of thing. So if you guys want to dig down into the nitty gritty of all these games, we are working. By the way, one of the GMs now is going to be participating and help us build out an operational network. So we're essentially going to create what we consider the lexicon of each one of these games. And we're going to cover these games from the dealer, the supervisor, the player, and from quite literally GM status, like, help you guys. You if you want to, you'll be able to understand like what makes the games tick, what resources they use, all the operational logic that goes into, having a game on the floor, having it staffed, setting the odds, what kind of margins they're looking for, the theoretical, the house edge, all these things, house surveillance, monitoring. I mean, you are going to do the deep dive. Now, most of this stuff is going to be catered towards casino industry to some regards, but it'll be open to you guys. I mean, we're going to make it available to you. And in every case, we're going to do these limited edition. We're going to do sort of a limited edition. We're going to get them hardbound and stuff like this and make them available. So if you want to have a lexicon for crafts or a lexicon for each of the games, and you're that big a fan of the game, I definitely recommend. It'll be the first time anyone's ever done anything like this, by the way. This doesn't exist in the real world. There's a few books out there for craft supervisors or gaming supervisors, but there's not many. And even the courses that teach them just rely on the information available to veterans in the industry. Well, I'm putting together a group of people right now to build these lexicons and to really work on that have a combined 250 years of experience. Like just among, I was going to say among 4 people, but that's not right. From about 7 of us, 7 or 8 of us. But it's so interesting because I have GMs of some of the biggest properties in Vegas. I have people surveillance directors and chief COOs of some of the biggest properties, and I'm getting them all to contribute on the definitive guide to playing, dealing, and managing table games or the casino space. And we are going to put this together as quickly as possible. So we're kind of leaning into, we've seen the success of this stuff, so we are making this a priority. Good?
Yep. I think that's pretty much it. We're past the hour. And,
thank you guys.
Yeah, just thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. ShopCasinoQuest.com.
And have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy. Yep.
And hit that like button for us, please. Thank you so much. And famous last word, sir.
Off to Keno. I'm actually going to go off to Keno to unwind. 100%.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 100%.
I will go to Ojos to No, I'm just kidding. All right. Merry Christmas, guys. Take care.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.